You're insane! Hello everyone, and welcome to the Madhouse Podcast, episode 24. I'm your host, Ultimate523.
I'm Jess. I'm Steven.
Alright.
I'm on Steve Kovoc on YouTube.
Alright.
So, yeah.
Well, welcome back, Jess. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know you've been busy, but we worked it out. So, the suggestion for this week is talking about the Nintendo NX, and it actually looks pretty cool. I don't even know what it's going to look like, but it does look like a really interesting idea for a new console, because...
It's going to be cartridge-based.
Yeah, because the Wii U currently sucks right now. At least that's what I think, anyway. What do you guys think?
It's not doing right now.
Well, yeah, I mean,
like a decent console. It's just, it's basically just a barely upgraded, Wii.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's literally a Wii, but slightly upgraded, and on a different controller. That's it.
Yeah,
I mean, there's lots of, yeah, that's basically it. I think it has, like, more power to it than the old Wii did, like the regular Wii.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And what's really, yeah.
You can say the same thing about the PS4, Xbox One.
Yeah.
They're not huge upgrades from the previous generation.
I mean, for the Wii U, the only thing that made it, like, start to sell more is when the new Super Smash Bros. Came out. That was the only thing that made it happen. But this new console, what makes me kind of like, is the whole, well, they can apparently announce cartridges. It's like, we haven't had cartridges in, like, over a decade. Yeah, it's been a while since we have cartridges. I think the last time we had cartridges was the N64. That was a long time ago. So
it was a long time ago.
it was. However, they're having a new Zelda game. It's been a while since they had a Zelda game. It's called Breath of the Wild. It does look like a really fun game. I've seen the gameplay on it from E3. It's basically it's the first actual free roam game, and you can do all sorts of stuff. You can actually jump for the first time. That has never been done in a Zelda game before. Yeah, because in previous Zelda games you couldn't jump. You could if you're on a ledge, you could press the control button. It could just automatically jump. But no, this is the first time you can actually jump.
You can actually jump in this game.
Yeah, you can. It's really, really cool. I like that. It's the first time. It looks like a really cool game. I mean, what's really disappointing, at least so far, I imagine they'll add it in later, but so in the art for the game, Link does not have his cap or his tunic on, the green stuff. He does not have that on. My assumption, and from other people who have talked about it before, is that he'll get it later in the game. That has happened before. That happened in Twilight Princess. He started out with a really basic kind of farm design, and then he got the hero's clothes later in the game. So that's pretty cool. I mean, honestly I like this game, but it's one of those games where it's like, I'm not gonna get a Wii U for it, but now that it's coming on the NX, and speaking of the NX, this mainly this week's topic, I gotta say it sounds like they've had a lot of code names on video games before, but NX doesn't really sound like anything at all. What do you think of the new of this code name? Do you think it'll actually be called the NX, or do you think that they'll make another name for it?
Well, I don't know.
It's really early to tell, you know.
Yeah, they say it's going to be coming out in 2017.
Yeah, of course. Just like the Zelda game, yeah.
But they haven't given out anything yet, so I don't know.
Yeah, it does look like a really cool idea. The stuff that I found out about it is that it's going to be a portable console, but also you can it's kind of like the Wii U in a way. You can it's portable, but also you can hook it up and play on a big screen or something. I don't know.
You know what I hope?
Yeah.
I hope that it's not just the Wii U, because we all know how bad the Wii U did.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible. I have played it before. It isn't a bad console. It's just it lacks some stuff.
Yeah,
it's kind of
do very well.
it just feels like the Wii.
It's not a bad console.
Yeah, it just.
I like how it
Yeah.
But it wasn't that bad of a console.
I just feel like
it just had really bad sales.
I just feel like it's just an upgrade, and yeah.
The games for the Wii U are actually pretty good. I mean,
yeah, I've seen some of them. They are pretty good.
I'm pretty sure that it's gonna become like the GameCube.
Yeah.
The Wii U is gonna become like the GameCube. Like over time, it's gonna have a bigger following and whatnot.
But I mean, I guess the advantage of having basically the advantage of having cartridges for the first time is that you don't have to worry about discs, because a lot of the times you get your disc scratched and you're like, oh fuck, now what am I gonna do? I have to get a new one or something like that. Oh yeah, so we are Zoe has finally joined us. This is Zoe. She's been on a podcast several times. I did not tell you, audience, that we had another person joining us. So, we are currently talking about the NX. So, yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about what the NX is.
Basically.
Yeah. The Nintendo NX. Yeah, oh, I just realized.
NX! But, well, I'm saying that I like the idea of cartridges if they're gonna do, because we don't have to worry about discs. I mean, it's ages since cartridges happen, but if this happens, I'll be actually. Well, I'm kind of neutral about it, but it's kind of. I mean, I kind of like the idea now because because cartridges, that means all you have to worry about is dust. You don't have to worry about scratch discs, which is fucking annoying. I hate scratch discs. But I mean, it's gonna be really a cool idea because, I mean, cartridges are really easy to use, and you don't lose them. Well, they're less hard to lose, and they're less hard to damage, I guess.
I think the reason why they're doing a cartridge based is because Nintendo is typically for younger kids, right?
Yeah.
It's for younger, typically.
Pretty much.
Yeah, usually.
It's more targeted for younger kids, and younger kids are more likely to damage CDs, so they want to make games that don't,
Yeah.
Because I bought Super Mario Galaxy for the Wii one time.
Really?
Goodwill, and I was really excited to play it, and the CD was fucking
What?
trash.
Oh my gosh.
And then you had a
So
problem.
yeah, Nintendo, I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to avoid that. They don't want that to happen.
Well, they're trying to get back into competition with the. They're trying to. I think what they're. Yeah.
Many of our DS games and NES games, Super Nintendo games, and 64 games, they all work.
Yeah.
I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to get back into competition with Microsoft and Sony's consoles. They're trying to, because there was a huge war between the three of them. Now the Wii is kind of fallen behind. But with this new console, the NX, I'm thinking they're gonna finally come back and finally start to put better stuff on it. What? Oh.
Can you guys not hear me? Or?
We can hear you fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they are. That's what we're talking about. Apparently they're ditching the discs, which is going to be awesome because discs can be annoying sometimes. I mean,
I don't believe that, but if that's true, that's fucking awesome.
it is. I mean, yeah.
They might make it so that you can play your DS games, like they're going to have the 3DS connect to it somehow.
Oh, really?
3DS games.
Well, you can already do that on the Wii U, but.
Compatibility.
Yeah, I heard that they were gonna make it go hand in hand so that you can play your games on the TV from the 3DS. So I think that's where the.
I mean, they already kind of did that with the Wii U, where you can import your Mii to the Wii U, but it just isn't the same. I mean, you can't really do much besides that. I think you can control. I think you can act like you can use your 3DS as a controller, but that's about it. So.
Play GameCube games. You can connect GameCube controllers. Although you can do that with the Wii U.
Yeah, there's the. You can play Smash Brothers with a GameCube connection thing that connects to the Wii U. It's kind of like it's kind of like a super backwards compatibility, like Ultra or something like that. But I mean, I like the idea of the NX. I mean, it's gonna be because they're releasing the new Zelda game on the 3D so they've already done on 3DS. But they're doing a new Zelda game on the NX, and from what I've seen, it looks beautiful. It's awesome. It's just there's so much you can do in the game. There's so much you can. It kind of feels like some of those games where basically a Zelda game that's something you've never done before, and you can like make food, and you can jump, of course, and you can well, Link looks. You can get different outfits. You can do all sorts of awesome stuff, and like I mean, from the gameplay that I saw, it looks really, really awesome. You can actually get they showed what the gameplay they showed was you can. It's kind of a futuristic kind of thing where you can basically you can. I think one of the first things you get is a tablet, which is basically the future of the games. Like because it's supposed to be set in a fantasy world, but they're adding a tablet to it. I don't know I don't know what role that will play in the game, but from what I've heard about the game, it looks really nice. What so far they yeah, go ahead.
I think you know what I think what's gonna happen with the Wii U, it's gonna become like the GameCube.
Yeah.
I mean the games, if I remember correctly, didn't do all that well, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, the GameCube was really GameCube was good though.
It's gonna have a similar following. Like in the next 10 to 20 years, people are gonna see the Wii U similarly to how people see the GameCube.
I mean,
They're gonna be like, oh.
I never got it. Yeah.
That didn't do very well.
I never had a Wii U, and I never planned to buy one because it looks bulky and it just looks kind of weird. And I mean, I did like the stuff they had on it, but it's I mean, it's the idea of calling it the Wii U, and then it's just a terrible name for it.
It's not a bad console.
It isn't. It isn't. There are some. Yeah, there's some things about the game console that weren't great. I mean, this new console.
Cool if you don't want to play it on a big TV.
Yeah.
Play it on the TV. That's great.
I mean, yeah.
In your room, and you don't have the Wii U connected to your TV in your room, and you don't want to take the time to unplug it and buy your TV in your room if you have one. It's great.
It's a great idea too.
Put in the game, have the handheld, and then just go to your room and play, for example, Super Mario Brothers or whatever.
Oh yeah. I mean, they're trying to make it more futuristic, so this is the idea of trying to do that.
Nintendo is trying to do that. They're trying to make it easier for people to be able to play games. It makes sure that you don't have to worry about, annoying your parents. Like, let's say your parents want to watch, like, for example, like my parents, like Housewives.
Yeah.
My parents watch that. So you can just put in the game, and then you can take the handheld and go to your room and play the game.
Yeah.
Without having to bother your parents.
Yeah. And
my mom watches Housewives on the TV all the time.
Yeah. But I mean, a lot of there's a lot of games that are coming out, like Sonic, Mario. I think I doubt this will happen, but you never know. They might add a Pokemon for a first time for a Pokemon game, maybe on a console. I mean, all the ones that have been on the handheld, but this I'm talking about like an actual like home console Pokemon game, and all other games well, Sonic is owned by Sega, but they can do that. They can still do that, and that brings to another.
Another Sonic game.
Well,
They are making two that are supposed to be released sometime next year in 2017.
Yeah, and I was talking to Jessica before the podcast about the fact that I haven't finished the first Sonic game, so yeah.
They're actually creating what's supposed to be a take on the old game. So it's supposed to look. It's a 2D game, basically.
Yeah. Oh, really?
And it's made by the same team who made the originals, and it's supposed to be based on classic Sonic.
Nice.
They made it look like it's from the 90s.
Wow.
So it's
finally another good Sonic. Possibly another good Sonic game for the first time in 20 fucking years.
Well, actually, they're adding Sonic to Lego Dimensions, the crossover, the big bash up Lego game. They're adding Sonic to the new pack.
Yes, they are. They're adding Sonic.
Very cool. Because Sonic is an awesome character.
They're also coming out with another 3-dimensional game for Sonic.
Nice.
It's supposed to be coming out in 2017, but they haven't titled it anything so far. It's just Project Sonic 2017.
Wow.
Project Sonic. You guys should check out the trailer for it because it's really cool.
Sonic 2017.
Yeah.
It looks really dark, kind of, but it looks good.
Yes.
Yes, because Sonic is the king of edginess. Don't freaking tell me. Look at Shadow the Hedgehog. Come on. Oh, no.
Yep.
I don't want it to be edgy.
So, going off topic just real quick, I think Zoe should know this too, and she'll probably freak out because this is a big, I looked this up and it's happening. Don't get mad at me, Zoe, get mad at the producers who are making the movie. They said they're making it, because Ice Age 5 is out.
Sonic 2017. I searched Sonic 2017.
I know. Nice.
And I got this. A fucking clown.
Wow. Jeez.
Sonic 2017. And I got
You gotta search Sonic Project 2017.
Wow. Interesting. So.
It looks so cool though. Like,
yeah.
I'm serious.
The car looks so cool. It's just so tiny.
So real quick, guys, real quick, I just want to tell you they have plans for an Ice Age 6. Real quick off topic. So, yeah, I don't know what to say about that.
Look.
Yeah?
Hooray! Edginess!
It looks so freaking edgy.
Wow. I don't know what I'm looking at.
Shadow the Hedgehog all over again.
There's two Sonics in the trailer. There's two Sonics. Yeah, it's basically, we're wondering if it's like a Generation 2 or if it's like
young Sonic and old Sonic.
I think the plot is that they're supposed to be saving the future instead of going back to the past.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, so right after this trailer up in autoplay is a Watch Bunch list called Top 10 Worst Sonic Games.
What?
You should look up Sonic Mania, you guys.
Oh my god. That sounds ridiculous.
The trailer is really awesome. Like, if you love old Sonic games, you'll love it.
Oh wow.
What game? What?
Check out the trailer for Sonic Mania.
Sonic Mania, okay.
Yeah, Sonic Mania. It looks so cool.
Oh wow. That was really cool. Yeah. That was really interesting. So guys, real quick, I was kind of going off topic a little bit. So did you?
That looks like old Sonic.
Guys.
Yeah.
Hey guys. So real quick, before we just going off topic, just real quick. I want to tell. Actually, this is something that Zoe should know too. They're making an ice. They have plans for a 6th Ice Age movie.
So they are?
Yes, they have. Because the 5th one is doing so well. I mean, I don't even know, but because I think the last few podcasts we've had, I've talked about Ice Age. Zoe kind of disagreed with me, and there's no reason not to disagree with me because Ice Age is not a great franchise, but the executive producer said, "I have an idea. They have ideas for a 6th installment in the Ice Age franchise." So.
Aren't they already? That there's going to be a new movie or whatever?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know when, but it's gonna happen. I mean, it's like those other back to Sonic. We talked about it before on this podcast, the fact that in 2018 they'll have a Sonic movie. I have no idea how that'll play out.
Oh no, a Sonic movie?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well, we talked about this before in the podcast, and it's the same idea. We don't know if it's going to be good or bad.
I think it's going to be. I think the animated parts are going to be really good because they're made by the same studio that did the stuff for Sonic Unleashed.
Yeah. I mean, it looked like a really interesting idea.
Wait, wasn't Sonic Unleashed the one where he turned into a fucking werewolf?
What?
Yeah, but it had beautiful cutscenes.
Really?
I watched some official gameplay for Sonic Mania, and the first stage is literally the original Sonic the Hedgehog.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's funny.
And then they showed another stage, which looks like a totally new stage, which has the 80s purple, pink, and shit colors.
To be honest with you, I never actually beat Sonic 1. I basically gave up on it because is this level in the game, in the first game that I gave up on, is where it's basically it's one of those levels where you have to, it like scrolls and scrolls and scrolls. You have to keep up with it. If you don't keep up with it, you're gonna die. But it's where at the very end of of course it's one where the scrolling level. You have to find Robotnik and chase him down and find him and beat him. But it's one of those levels where it was real. I think it's the labyrinth level. I could be wrong, but I don't even remember. It's really hard. That's why I had to I kept dying over and over again. I had to give up on it because it was like, come on. I mean. You guys haven't eaten that part yet? Yeah, I mean, because I have on the DS I have the Sonic collection, which comprises of all 4 Sonic games. I basically gave up on it. I'll let someone else beat it for me, and then eventually one day I will get through Sonic. I like Sonic. I'm not a huge fan, but I do like Sonic. So. About the cancerous deviant Sonic. Oh my gosh, are you still on about that? Wow. Wow. But what? You guys ever heard of the whole Sonic art thing? No, I don't think so.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Literally, there's actually religious Sonic pictures.
My God.
Oh God, those.
Wow.
You want to play a fun game? Okay, type in Google, type your first name, and then put the Hedgehog after it.
What?
And speak to one to fly your eyes out.
Oh my gosh. What? That sounds very crazy. Wow.
It's fucking amazing.
Wow. So.
All of your names, the Hedgehog. Okay, Tom the Hedgehog.
Oh, it's fan art so much. Yeah, my God.
We are really going crazy this week. So back to
What the fuck is this? I found this.
Huh?
Tom the fucking Hedgehog.
Oh no.
Okay.
That could only end well.
The gay Hedgehog.
Oh dear.
Nothing against gays, but you know.
So back to the NX. Actually, I have seen some leaked images of it. Actually, and it does look real. The designs they have actually look really cool. I mean, it's not just the NX that also has lovely images. They've also had other consoles that have leaked images for what could be their console. But for this NX console, it does look like a really interesting console, and I'm looking forward to what they have to offer. Say what?
I looked that up.
Oh my God.
What?
It's literally just a recolor of Amy.
What?
Yeah, that looks
What?
fucking terrible. Oh yeah, this one.
I am so confused here.
It's literally a screenshot from Sonic X.
Oh.
Wow, so creative. It looks like an emo, edgy version of Amy.
What? Who the fuck is Amy?
The Hedgehog. Of course.
What? What is going on here, by the way?
It looks like, what would happen if, Fidel Castro was Sonic, and was also an edgy rapper.
I don't even know what that is.
That's Steven the Hedgehog. Oh, Stefan the Hedgehog. Steven the Hedgehog.
Why would you don't pronounce your name Stefan? It's Steven.
You've been wearing fucking jeans. That's it. Done.
Wow.
I'm fucking done.
What's the trench coat?
What the fuck? I'm done with life.
So anyway, back to the NX. Actually, I saw some leaked images of what the cartridges look like, and they're basically, at least from what I saw, they're basically the original Game Boy cartridges with just the NX, what could be the NX logo just put on it. What kind of leaked images is that? That sounds so stupid.
That is horribly stupid.
I mean, that's like the worst thing they can do. Just like, oh, NX cartridges, okay, Game Boy, just put NX on it. It's like, that's not really legit. But, in my opinion, I mean, I think the idea of cartridges for a new console like this would be a good idea because this can be very annoying. What do you guys think on the whole cartridge idea? Yeah. It would be a lot less messy because this can be easily scratched. And cartridges, all it is stuff. What?
Look at this cancer.
What cancer? I'm so confused. What? This is why this podcast is called this podcast, because we kind of go crazy sometimes. We don't really know what's going on. You sound like a robot, by the way. You literally sound like a robot, man.
Thank you. Thank you. I am a robot.
That's what you sound like. You sound like a robot.
That's great.
This is like a voice. Are you saying a voice changer or something? Because you sound like a robot. Literally, you do. That was weird. You sounded like a robot. What? I don't even know what we are talking about. I can't see. What? Hey guys. Hey guys. There is actually something we should talk about. That's kind of cool, I guess. Guys. Are you listening to me at all? Hey guys. So there actually today Suicide Squad came out today. What do you think of that? Yeah. It did. I mean, I know you're not really a big DC fans and everything, but what do you think of this idea I mean, I haven't seen the movie either, but what do you think of Suicide Squad as a movie itself? Suicide Squad. Yeah. Yeah. What do you think of it? I mean,
I like it. I might not. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like a really interesting movie. My brother says that the comics aren't accurate for the movie isn't accurate to the comics, but it does look like a really interesting idea. Some of the crazy stuff about the movie is that Jared Leto, who plays the Joker in the movie, he actually went too far with his character. Like, he stayed in character even after they went done filming, and like did some really terrifying shit with his co-stars, like male people, like creepy things, and basically stayed in character the entire time they were filming and not filming. It was kind of creepy, actually. So that's what I've heard, actually. What?
What are you doing, Steve?
I've seen the song that was in the trailer.
Oh.
What trailer? Which trailer?
Suicide Squad.
Oh yeah. It's a real. I mean, it actually does remind me of the Avengers Age of Ultron thing that was playing during the trailer. The kind of same thing. What's going on with your audio? It kind of sounds robotic.
Erotic?
Robotic.
Erotic.
Yeah.
Robotic is totally erotic.
But the Suicide Squad movie does look like a really cool movie. It does have Batman in it, which is really cool. There's also a rumor that it might have the Flash in it. Yet again, that might be stupid. But because that's the only, it's the only other thing that I really can think of talking about this movie because it just happened to come out today. But I know Jessica, you are someone of a DC fan, right?
Yeah.
What do you think of the movie? Do you think it'll do well? Do you think you'll want to see it?
I found Luke's footage of the Flash.
Oh, really?
This is the Flash.
Steve, I can see your head.
That's all I can see, really.
Oh.
God.
just your head, just some disembodied head.
That's the Flash. That's the Flash.
What is? I can't see it.
I can see it. Really weird. It's like a sexy Squidward.
What?
It's like sexy Squidward.
I can't even see what you're. I can't see what you're looking at.
That's the Flash, ladies and gentlemen.
What? What?
That's the Flash.
No, what? I don't even know what I was looking at. Honestly, I think I'll definitely be seeing this movie. No, obviously not today because it just came out, but it does look like a really cool movie.
Yes.
I like the Joker in this movie because the first trailer was where he said, "I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm not gonna kill you. I'm just gonna hurt you really, really bad." That was actually really awesome. I love that line. It's a pretty terrifying line, but it's really good. I think the one thing that people are complaining is the Harley Quinn character. That they're saying that they didn't get the character right of Harley Quinn because apparently she's supposed to be smart and she's supposed to be a doctor, and then this movie she's like a crazy tattoo artist who actually falls in love with the Joker, which I guess that's canon for the comics. That apparently it's not supposed to be accurate. Apparently she's not supposed to be. Apparently she's not even supposed to be a tattoo artist. That's just what I've heard about it. But it does look like a really interesting movie. It has characters that I recognize from DC Comics. But I'm not gonna see it on the day it comes out. There's a lot of movies that are actually coming out this month. Next Friday will be a movie that's called Disney's Pete's Dragon. It looks like a really fun movie. Yeah, it's basically the idea is it's based off of the original 70s movie and then the book too. It's basically about this kid who's been living in the forest for 6 years. The question is how. The answer is a dragon. Basically, that's it. A dragon. And I think the dragon's name is Elliot. He's basically living in basically bringing a dragon into the real world. It looks like a really good movie though. And then next Friday is Kobu and the Two Strings. If you guys have seen Coraline, then it's basically from the same people that made Coraline from Laika.
Really cool.
Yeah, I haven't actually seen the trailer. I've seen little bits of it from the clips of thing, but it's from Laika, the people who make Coraline, these stop motion people. It looks like a really interesting movie because if you don't know already, Coraline is one of my favorite movies by far. Even if a movie comes out that looks awesome, Coraline will still remain my favorite movie because it is so really creepy and awesome and just great. But I like stop motion movies, but Coraline, people who made Coraline made this one, and it does look like a really cool movie. I think it's supposed to be it's supposed to be maybe set in Japan or something. I don't even know really. But what do you guys think of Kobu and the Two Strings? If you've seen the trailers or not.
I think it looks pretty good.
It does.
I watched the whole trailer, so I didn't care. Honestly, I didn't care
Yeah, I mean, it's stop motion and people that make Coraline. It's like the yeah. I mean, you don't have to see it, but I'm gonna see it definitely. I mean, nobody's forcing you to see a movie. They're just saying it's a movie. You should see it, but you don't have to. So, it does look.
I am always pressed to skip that, but unless the app really interests me.
I mean, next Friday's
You got that? Sure.
What?
Are you not really interested in those sorts of movies, or? I'm basically interested in a movie.
She's not really a moviegoer unless it's like a really interesting movie.
I'm just creating my own thing.
Yeah. I mean, everyone's got a hobby. You don't have to like movies, but you know. And then of course the 12th, which is next Friday, Peace Dragon. That actually looks like a really fun movie because it has Bryce Dallas Howard, who played a role in Jurassic World, and she also played Gwen Stacy in Spider-Man 3. But this movie looks like a really fun movie. I never saw the original movie or read the book, but it does look like a really interesting idea. I mean, I'm still supposed to see a CGI dragon, but yeah, I think it'll be really interesting idea. And then also one movie that looks really interesting is coming out about 4 days after my birthday, actually, on December 30th, and that's Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. It's basically kind of like it's kind of going to be basically a rip-off of Xavier's School for the youngsters from the X-Men universe, except it's not about that. It's kind of like a magical school. It has some characters you actually might recognize, but it does look like a really interesting movie. That's coming out on the 30th. What are you talking? No, I'm talking. The movie that's coming out on the 30th is called Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. It does look like a really interesting movie. Imagine Xavier's School for the youngsters, except it's a little different from that. I read a little bit about this movie. Apparently, there's a girl in the movie that can like float, but she has to have a rock or something to keep her from floating away. It does look like a really interesting movie.
What movie is this?
Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children.
Oh.
Yeah. Took you a while to get to hear what I'm talking about.
Wasn't that a book?
Yeah, I believe it was. Actually, my mom says that we're probably going to read it before it comes out. It does look like a really interesting movie. I haven't seen the trailer, but it does. Yeah.
In like 5th grade, so.
Yeah, it does look like a really fun movie. So that's kind of. I mean, there's a lot of movies coming out this year, but those are the ones I'm looking forward to the most. Obviously, another Fantastic Beasts, Where to Find Them looks fun. Doctor Strange looks awesome. Star Wars looks pretty cool. There's just so many coming out. But I'm sorry, I went off topic a little bit from the NX. Don't mind that. Any movies you guys are interested in seeing? At least like interested. You don't have to see them, but like. Well, it's Nick Wilde from Zootopia, isn't it? Actually, that's a movie I would like to see.
I was like, what the fuck am I looking at?
Speaking of Zootopia, that would be I could see a Zootopia 2, actually.
What?
I could see them doing a Zootopia 2.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, please, no. Please.
Why? It was good. It was very funny. Especially the end.
I haven't seen it, so, you know. Zoe, if you saw it, it's like...
How do you know it's the freaking cancer that's on the internet because of it?
If you watch the movie, you'll probably like it, okay? It has a lot of social commentary about racism.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're freaking talking animals. I wish things that are a lot more serious and darker than
You're talking about... Well, yeah, you got a furry here, or 2 furries here, so you gotta pay respect to that. Any anamorphic movie does look like a good movie. But that's just the movies I look forward to. And obviously the NX looks like a really good movie. Game console. I don't know if it's gonna actually retain the code name because a lot of the game consoles have code names. But this console and X, it must...
Development, they have names for them, but then change them.
They always change it, and then they have they finally come with something better. I think the Xbox One was an example of that. It was originally going to be rumored to be the Xbox 720, and then the people were like, oh, maybe the Xbox Infinity, and then they finally chose Xbox One, which is a very terrible name, but actually it does kind of suit it because it's the idea of all-in-one entertainment. That's the idea. But I mean, one thing I'm hoping from Nintendo that they'll actually do better is with this new console, they'll finally get back in the market of like the whole video game competition where they're having rivalries because current rivals are the PS4, the Xbox One, and what used to be the Wii U. Now the Wii U is basically like shit because it's basically a shit console. Not completely, just partially. It's a partially shit console because it has it's basically the Wii HD, and that's why I never bought it because it's like a really bad console. I mean, it isn't a bad console. It's just like a
I never bought any console because I don't have the money to buy any console.
So you never grew up on the you played no video games before in your life?
Well, no, I played video games before, but obviously, my parents bought a PS3 when I was like 9.
You're just talking as they never actually played video games in your life. That sounds.
I just spent my childhood
That sounds very lonely.
She's played a lot of PS1 a lot.
Oh, right, okay.
Played a lot of PS1.
I spent most of my time with PS1. I played more Sega Genesis and then PS1.
Yeah, they have a Sega Genesis. Right?
Yeah.
Total 1, I think.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, you gotta sort somewhere. You don't have to be on those consoles. I mean, yeah.
You can actually play PS1 games, so.
I mean, truthfully, I don't think I've said this on the podcast before, but I was actually not cool with the PS3 and PS4 because I didn't like how the PlayStation evolved. I like just the original two, because the PlayStation 2 is known as the best PlayStation console ever, at least in my opinion, and also Patrick's opinion too. He hasn't been on the podcast before, but he doesn't want to. He's another friend of mine.
I just saw the most terrifying Pokemon.
Oh no. Oh no.
What?
What?
What? Sam?
It's just an Ivysaur.
Jesus fucking Christ.
It's an Ivysaur. What's so bad about that?
Welcome to the internet. Enjoy your stay.
I don't know what that... Why is that such a bad thing?
What?
Why is that such a bad thing? It's not really a bad thing at all.
To have a fetish for Pokemon? I guess, but...
Oh, speaking of,
It's one where all the Pokemon are... It's Moemon. It's called Moemon. It's a hack of Fire Red, I believe. And it's...
wow.
All the Pokemon sprites replace the sprites of, like, little girls.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's cool. It's actually really cute.
Speaking of Pokemon, I won't talk about this week.
The problem I
Yeah?
have with it is that it's obvious that whoever made it was a pedophile.
Yeah.
No, probably not.
Other than that, it actually looks pretty good. The sprites are fantastic.
Well done, and it's really cute.
Very well. It looks like someone really put a lot of effort into it. That's
Yeah.
great. It's like, it looks like a really good, fantastic.
So I'm not gonna talk about Pokemon Sun and Moon this week, because I don't think everyone here wants to talk about it. But there's a story that happened to me that's a reference to Pokemon. I'm not talking about the new game in general. I mean, there's a lot to talk about the new game, but not this week, because I don't think everyone wants to talk about it. But here's a tragic story that happened to me, and it's how I lost at least 2 of my games. So do you remember Mr. Dungeon? Of course, I believe you do. We were talking about Pokemon a couple weeks ago. And there was one time where it was the worst idea ever. So, you know in the DS how you put the cartridge in it, like has a spring or whatever, you can plug it in. So I did the worst idea ever. I think I'd gotten a new game. I can't actually remember what it was. I think I had gotten Pokemon Platinum again, and so I think I had Pokemon Mr. Dungeon Explorers of Sky, and so I pushed the lever 2 stone and it flung out, and then that was it. It pushed out, and then it was gone. So that's how I lost majority of my games. So that's a little story for you about never hold on to the cartridge, to the screen of a DS or 3DS, because they will literally come out, they'll literally pop out, and you don't know where to find, you don't know where they are again. So just a little, I guess, advice for you. Don't do that to your 3DS or DS, because you will lose your games. Because I've lost games before like that, and it's tragic. But do you guys actually want to talk about Pokemon Sun and Moon games at all this week, or?
I don't know.
Do you really care? Because I could go on about that. I mean, there's a lot of news that I can talk about the new games. Do you want me to talk about it?
Sure.
Okay, so I was gonna talk about this next week, but we can talk about this week. So a lot of stuff about the new Pokemon games release. So one thing that's really interesting is there's several features. There's a thing called Z-moves where you can only do it once, kind of like a Mega Evolution. You can only do it once in battle, and they've also changed Z-moves. Like moves, Z-moves. No. No, but also another really interesting thing about the game is they've actually taken classic Pokemon from the original 151 Pokemon and made them like Vulpix and Ninetales are now becoming Fire Fairy, and I think also Sandslash and Sunshrew are becoming Ice also. And actually, Exeggutor is the one that's actually gotten a big upgrade. It now has a really long neck and an extra head on it, and I think it's supposed to be, I think, a dragon or whatever, a psychic dragon type now. A little weird, but it looks like a really interesting idea. I mean, also, one thing that's changed about the games is currently there are no gym leaders. I think they're being replaced by trial leaders, and it's a really interesting idea. Also, one of the new Pokemon that has an evolution, the one was called Yungoos, is now Gumshoes, and it basically has that Donald Trump style hairstyle that we saw from a leaked image of it, and it says that's. I'm just mentioning it once because that's what the people think it looks like.
I know, I'm joking.
I know, but it looks like a really interesting idea, and the fact that you can now have trial leaders instead of gym leaders, that's a really interesting idea. I do like it a lot. What do you think of the idea? Because this is never done in Pokemon before. I mean, I don't expect you guys to really have any opinion on this because you don't really play Pokemon. That's okay. But I mean, gym leaders have been in the Pokemon games forever, so this is a new thing for it. Do you have any opinion on that?
I don't know.
You think it's a cool idea? Because
That's the best sequence of answers ever.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what to say about it because we don't really have much other than that. It does look like a really interesting idea because.
I would not use toilet.
What?
I would not use that.
What is that? I don't know what that is.
It's a sonic toilet.
Oh my God! Oh, gross!
It's where people fetishize to turn into toilets.
Wow, that is so gross. That is just wrong.
If I saw a toilet like that, I would just walk out of the room, take a gun, and then just fucking shoot myself in the head.
Yeah. I imagine so. That's ridiculously weird. Wow. But it does. I'm really looking forward to. There's a lot of new stuff about it. I mean, the whole idea of trial leaders that's never done with Pokemon. Because it's the idea of having a new generation in the Pokemon games because Generation 6 is officially over. So they're trying to like make more schematics and more mechanics for the Pokemon games, and having no gym leaders at all is very different. So it's a different it's a different thing that's been introduced in Pokemon before because it's supposed to be new generation, so it has a whole different thing. It's also they're trying to make the models more. I mean, it's a different engine also because it's a new generation game. But I mean, I love Pokemon. I've played almost all the games, and What they have so far looks really good. The Z moves look very interesting. I don't know much about it. It does look like a really interesting concept. I don't know. I mean, it looks really interesting. I'm looking forward to it. It's coming out on November 18th of this year, and I laughed. It looks like a really cool idea. Are you guys looking forward to it at all, or what?
I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I think I'd play it.
And then the new region is called the Lola region. It's based off Hawaii, which is really cool. Yeah, and one of the Pokemon that has been revealed is called Tapu Koko, and that's basically they're really getting into the culture of Hawaii, and it's really different. Because you got new forms, and actually, what's really cool about the new games is you can actually you can do you know the surf thing, the ride on Pokemon with HMs. Now it looks like you don't have to do that. It looks like you can just automatically ride on Pokemon like with X and Y. You can just ride on Pokemon, and actually you can fly on a Charizard for the first time. You can fly on a Charizard. That's awesome. I mean, you can fly on a Pokemon like Charizard. It's called Poke Ride. You can basically fly on Charizard and other Pokemon. They actually you can ride on a Sharpedo, and there's actually there's some pre-evolutions for there's a horse Pokemon they announced. It has a pre-evolution, and it looks actually really cute. You should look it up. Yeah, it's new. It's a new kind of idea, because they always have new ideas. But I'm just looking. The Z moves are, I don't know. The trailer looks like they're doing like a kind of like a weird it's like kind of like a I can't really show you. But go to the Pokemon website, and you'll just go to video games and features, and it has this really weird thing. I don't even know what Z moves. Wait, Z moves. It's a really cool concept, actually. Okay, it says here, a new element has been introduced into the Pokemon battles in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Z moves. Z moves are moves of great power that can only be used once per battle, kind of like Mega Evolution. When the trainer and Pokemon's wishes resonate with each other and both release their full power together, the result is the explosive force of the Z move. All Pokemon can use Z moves to perform mighty in battle. What? I don't know what to say about that. It's really weird. Are they kind of like, it's supposed to be a ripoff of the Zygarde, which is the Z Pokemon? I don't know. Kind of looks weird, and the device kind of looks like a Mega Ring or whatever. It looks like a really cool idea. But, yeah, I mean, it looks really cool. I mean, it's the first region based off of Hawaii, because there are 4 islands. So, I mean, the one thing that's disturbing me is this whole Exeggutor. You know the Exeggutor, the thing that evolves from the egg Pokemon Execute? It now has a long neck. I just told you about that. It has a long neck and an extra head at the end of it on the tail. So, yeah, and have 4 travel captains, and it says Kahumas lead each island. So, yeah, I look forward to this game. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, I
I find the features sound really weird, like Z moves. Can you come up with anything better than Z? That sounds ridiculous, doesn't it?
Yeah, Z-U. We can close to Z-U.
Yeah, I know, Z moves. Like, user Z move. What the hell?
Z-U.
No, it says Z move.
Z-U.
What? No, that's not what I said, though.
Z-U.
That could be a cool Pokemon name, though. Go, Xenu! That would be really funny, though. But I think it's supposed to be a reference to Zygarde, because they have like because Zygarde, which is basically the snake Pokemon, the legendary from X and Y, they've actually unveiled 4 forms for Zygarde, which is ridiculous. I don't know why they would do that. Why do they have legendary forms? I mean, they have forms already, but like 4 forms? What the hell? I just don't understand that. It's so weird. Okay, so here's a trial captain. Each trial has a captain whose role is to provide guidance to trial goers. All the captains are trainers who undertook trials in their island challenges a few years later. Looks like basically your gym leader replacement for the Pokemon League. Okay, so there's four of them. Lana is a captain who is expert in water-type Pokemon. She's dedicated to her family and is a reliable older sister who watches over her younger sisters. Captain Malo. That's a really... what kind of name is that? Malo. Yeah. Expert with grass-type Pokemon. She loves cooking, but it seems that sometimes her taste is a bit particular. Looks like an electric type, specialing in electric type Pokemon. Captain... Okay, you gotta hear this. Captain Sulfoclef. Captain Sulfoclef is good with mechanics and has invented various machines. It looks like it's a Pokemon, a Pikachu doll on his, thingy. Okay, and then this is one that you're gonna be really hard to understand. Kiawe is a captain who expertise in fire-type Pokemon. Together with his... Yeah?
I gotta head out to dinner with my family, so I'm gonna have to...
Okay.
I actually need to get in the shower, so... Sorry about that, you guys.
That's fine. Alright. See ya.
Alright. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so, actually, we should wrap up with, so, let me, I'm gonna finish off with this one last thing. I'm gonna finish the podcast up here. Guys, so, I was saying, Kiawe is a captain who experienced in fire-type Pokemon. This is gonna sound weird, but it says, together with his Marowak. Now, Marowak is not a fire-type Pokemon. That's a fighting type. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, it does kind of make sense if you think about it, because they have Alola forms, and Alola forms are basically changing the types of Pokemon, depending on where they are in Alola. So I guess that means the Americans are fire type in this game. I guess I don't know. It sounds weird. It studies the traditional gems that have been passed down in the Alola region, and that's just those ones. So, I mean, what do you guys think of the Alola forms? Because their idea of the Alola forms is that they're Alola forms. So basically, it's Pokemon it's basically what they're doing is they're taking a few of the original 151 Pokemon and they're importing them into Alola. And what happens is, depending on where they are in the region, their types change. So you get Vulpix, who's a fire type, it now becomes an ice type. Or Sandshrew, who's a ground type, becomes an ice type too. So I guess that makes sense. That can explain why Kiawe is, who is a fire type, has a Marowak, and that might mean the Marowak is fire type too. I don't know. You guys have any impressions on that? Do you think it's a cool idea, or? Hey guys. Zoe, do you have any idea? Do you have any opinion on that? Zoe? I can't hear you. Oh, Zoe, what do you think of that?
What about me?
Alola region, or the Alola Pokemon. What do you think of the idea of Alola region with Pokemon changing types? Well, yeah, it's the Hawaiian region. It's based off Hawaii. It's the new Pokemon region. Yeah, it is a really cool idea. I mean, I don't know how it's gonna. All right. Okay. Well, that's all I can really say about Pokemon Sun and Moon. Anyway, so I guess that'll do it for this week's podcast. All right. Thank you for listening to this week's podcast. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to both Steve's channel and Zoe's channel. And we'll see you next time for the next episode. All right. Yeah. All right. Well, see ya. Bye.